Oh, well. I'm glad you tried to be here tonight, Luke. Succeeded.
Barely made it.
You did, though. And the room still smells like fresh chicken nuggets thanks to you, so.
That's why I'm here. I supply the chicken nuggets. Just for me.
I was going to say, not for everyone else, but, it's fine. I absorb some through just the.
Let me know and I'll bring them for everybody.
Go get that, 30-pack from. Doesn't Wendy's have, you can get, 50 nuggets for $10 or something?
They treated me so badly last time I went there. I don't know if I'm going to be going back to getting there for a while.
Can never trust them again. Oh, man. Well, all right. What's up, fanboys and fangirls? Welcome to 2023! I don't know how that happened.
Oh, yeah, I already forgot.
It snuck up on us or something. JT's with us in the chat. Appreciate you being here, front and center. That's awesome.
Excuse me, if you heard that, I
you
apologize.
Good? Over here to my right, he's returned. The prodigal son has come home. Tyler Davis.
I am here.
Everyone.
I'm out of my house.
I was worried he was never going to come back.
If you were concerned about me being locked in my house, I was, but I'm back now. We're good. Kind of.
And how are you feeling?
Good. I'm okay.
Good.
I have a boot on my leg. I'm not going to show it to you because it's heavy. And still can't walk yet. I'll be walking in 2 weeks. Walking, they'll call it. I'll be hobbling around in about 2 weeks. So, no, I'm feeling okay. I'm doing all right. Hanging in there.
Awesome.
Playing lots of stuff. Watching lots of stuff.
I would say
can't really do a whole lot.
You're going to have a nice big section here in a minute. Luke, over here to my left. How are you doing, man?
I'm a little tired.
You,
What else is new? I feel like I'm always tired.
You are usually tired, so, but 2023, year of rest, right?
It's Monday.
Monday.
It's Monday.
It's just Monday.
It's podcast day.
Well, I'm glad I missed being off last week, so.
The date changes, and it's just whatever. Who freaking cares? New year, new me. No, not really.
It always gets me a little excited because it means it's almost my birthday. So.
You like your birthday, though.
I do. Do you not like your birthday?
I don't. Oh. I would prefer if people would just shut up on my
I feel
birthday.
like we haven't had this conversation, and now it must be had. Any particular reason why?
Luke doesn't want the attention.
Okay.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Simple as that.
There's a reason my birthday is not public on any social medias. I think
I have it on my calendar, though.
Hated when people would...
I know it. I won't say it for the sake of this conversation. But
I suppose we'll respect your privacy, Luke, and not share it. But yes.
People would write to me on my Facebook wall, and I'd...
Didn't like that.
It. I gotta go say thank you to all these people. And I just took it off. It was great.
That's fair.
And then the real friends will say happy birthday to you.
Good point. That's how you know.
So that's how you find your real friends.
You're one of the few people whose birthday I actually know. So.
Yeah.
And your brothers, too. For other reasons.
It's close to your wife.
Yeah. Very close to Dana, so makes it way easier.
So for my birthday is coming up here this week. My amazing wife, Stephanie, got me this beautiful Millennium Falcon Lego set. It's not the $850 one. Thank God. I would have actually been frustrated with her if she'd spent that kind of money on a Lego set. But it's $100 and some, but it's incredibly well detailed. It's maybe a little small.
Those little pizza slices that come off. That's kind of
Dude, that's awesome.
But it all opens up. Still get someone in the cockpit, and there's a
now it looks like it's the one from Solo.
The little secret hatch is in here, and it has the ramp. So
that's freaking cool.
It really is. It's very neat.
What's the version? Which version is it?
It's episode 9 because it has Old Man Lando and Dio. So that maybe brings it down and knocks it down a couple points, but
9 out of 10 instead of a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, but it's still
you
the
heard
Falcon.
it here. Brett gave The Rise of Skywalker a 9 out of 10.
Oh no!
That's how you twist people's words, baby.
I love it. Okay, I'm gonna have to defend that on social media now somehow. Okay, well,
just embrace it.
As we get into our episode here, Tyler had a couple weeks off because of his surgery. Why don't you run us through what you've been up to?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna talk a lot about all of it, but I'll talk about some of it. So I finished Cobra Kai season 5 finally. That's fanboy worthy for me. I finished to that point. I hadn't all of season 3 of this show had not been out yet, but I watched up to what was out. Mythic Quest season 2 and 3.
Nice.
That's a booyah. I watched The Boys season 3 because if you guys remember correctly, it was hard for me to watch that because Bryn was running around and it was difficult. But I watched all of that. That's a booyah.
Great show.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then the other show I watched was Welcome to Wrexham. You guys familiar with this show?
No.
It's the Ryan Reynolds. It's the soccer
Yeah,
show.
it's the Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney.
yeah.
And the writer of Mythic Quest. The writer didn't pay, but he works for them now.
Mm-hmm.
They bought one of the oldest sports franchises in the world. They bought Wrexham AFC, and this show is
Crazy.
about them like learning the business of English soccer or English football, I should say, and it's phenomenal. It's really, really good. And the writer of Mythic Quest is their like executive director
Oh, dang.
because he's actually from the UK, so like they're in Wales. But he just like hangs out over there and is like doing things for the club, and it's a really cool show. It's as much about soccer as it is about the town and bringing that town back to kind of a place that people want to go to. It's really cool. I've really enjoyed it. Some locals there wrote a song, and it's always stuck in my head.
Oh, nice.
And no, it's really good. I highly recommend it. I can't wait for season 2 of that to come out because it is a documentary. But then I did some other things, which is play some video games. I beat God of War Ragnarok.
Woo.
Nice.
That is a booyah. And had I beat it prior to the Game Awards, it would have been my game of the year.
Still can be the game of the year.
It is my game of the year. I beat Ghost of Tsushima.
Woo.
Also a booyah.
Awesome.
I beat Gotham Knights just this past weekend.
I don't know.
That's a fanboy worthy. That's one I would talk about a little bit more some other time, but
Okay.
it was a fanboy worthy, probably on the lower end. I think it gets a little long in the tooth, and it kind of loses sight of what it was trying to do.
Mm.
It does make a very cool decision that I liked a lot, that I kind of want to spoil and bring up now.
Do it.
So spoiler alert if you're interested in Gotham Knights. But the story of this game is that Bruce Wayne is dead, and
What?
his former wards are now becoming heroes of their own, right?
Right.
And so they're kind of learning to be the knight of Gotham, right?
Sure.
And you can play as all of them throughout the entire game. I played as Red Hood mostly, played a little bit as the others as well, but you kind of get siloed into one character. Well, towards the end, you find out that the Court of Owls is the main villain for most of it, but then the League of Shadows is kind of attacking Gotham in the midst of all of it because they find out that Bruce is dead and they have a Lazarus pit in Gotham. So they take Bruce and obviously put him in the Lazarus pit after Talia kills Ra's al Ghul because they want Bruce to be the head of the demon. And you have to fight Bruce. It's pretty. They do this a lot. This happens a lot in the comics and animation, all that stuff. Anyways, they bring him back, and you get him like back to normal. And you get him back to normal long enough for him to be like, "I'm proud of you guys, and I'm really like impressed with what you guys have done in my absence." And then he sacrifices himself, and the team has to move on without him. And I was like, kudos to them for like giving you the moment of closure, and then him having
just being
and then just being like, nope, we got to get rid of him. And
Yeah.
he doesn't like take a sword for you or anything like that. Like the Court of Owls shows up, and the League is there as well, and he just basically he has to destroy the Lazarus pit, so he flies a Batwing into it. It's kind of crazy. Anyways, I just really respected that. They said he's dead. They brought him alive. They brought him back for like a 20-minute section of the game, and then they're like, okay, no, he's gone.
No, actually, for real.
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah. So Gotham Knights, fanboy worthy. And then the other one I played was Last of Us Part 1. I played the PS5 version. Luke let me borrow it. Also a booyah. lots of booyahs over this little.
I was gonna say,
like
what
hiatus
a
for me.
exciting couple weeks.
Yeah, lots of booyahs, lots of really good stuff. The Last of Us Part 1 is probably the best story I've ever played in a video game. And it has to be. Because I do have issues with the gameplay,
Oh,
but the story's so good you don't care.
yeah.
You're just like, yeah, no, this is what it is. I just want to play the story.
I'm
Yeah.
excited for you to play too
I
because a
am
lot of
too.
that gameplay stuff gets.
We had kind of
Lots
talked
better.
about that because I had texted Luke and I was like, man, like I really like this game, but it is a little clunky, like to play. And Luke was like, yeah, I think they kind of smoothed that out. And Easton said the same thing. He's like, I think a lot of what, because Easton was super fired up that I was playing it too.
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
and Easton both were texting me off and on like throughout my playthrough, and both of you were saying the same thing. It's like, yeah, part 2 will feel a lot better to play. And I was like, well, that's good. But yeah, it's probably the best story in video games. I mean, it plays almost like an interactive movie. Like it's so good. I know we say this all the time, but Brett, that game should be at the top of your list. I think you will be.
Bring it.
I think
Bring
you,
it by and I'll play it.
I think you will be very, very pleasantly surprised with what that game has
Yeah.
story wise to offer you. It's really good. It's a booyah without a doubt. I am very curious about the second one. I needed to take a break before playing it though. I will say of all these games, I cried playing 3 of them. Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, and God of War. Cried playing all of those games. Last of Us definitely cried the most.
Oh yeah, like every time it goes to a new season, you're just like.
For me, it was every time Ellie got to be a kid. Because you watch Ellie go through this like life of hardship and never having the opportunity to be just a kid, like a normal kid.
Did you play the Left Behind
No, not yet.
part?
Not yet. I was a mess. I had to get away from it for a bit. I was not well after I played that game. And I don't mean that like, oh, don't play it, it's gonna make you feel bad. But it's just like such a moving story.
I wish, kind of in The Last of Us Part 1 remake, they would have integrated that DLC
Like into
into
it.
the game.
Oh.
Kind of like what they did for Arkham City with the Catwoman stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like you'll be playing the game and then it's like, here's where Catwoman, here's her story.
Right.
I thought they did that really well, and it's a really interesting part of the story. I mean, it's when she finds out she's in, not really a spoiler, but it's just another really sad part of the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean her whole story is just sad, but I don't know, you just really learn to love her character like throughout the game. Because like when you first meet her, she kind of sucks. You're like, I hate this character. This is gonna be awful. But then like you kind of start to understand who she is, and kind of understand like the world that you're in, and you're like, okay, no, like she's a product of the environment.
Right.
Like she is who she is because
Mhm.
she has to be. And then like there's this big set piece in wintertime. And
Oh yeah.
that's what like seals it. There's a lot of talk about Kratos being the best Sony character. I don't know that I agree.
It's Ellie.
I think it's Ellie.
Hmm.
And I think
it's-
that moment is the nail in the coffin for it. Because
it doubles down in the second one too, because she's not the same in the second one. She's
you could tell after
she's
that.
mean.
You can tell after that point in the first one, like she's not the same. Like the change is already beginning.
the spring section at the beginning. She's
She's like distant and
a very different
and
character. yeah.
angry, and
Mhm.
she's like back to not trusting you, and you're just like, dude, this is brutal, man. But no, it's a really good game. It's a booyah. If you've not played it, I waited way too long. Don't
I waited too long.
Apparently, I've waited
yeah,
too long
yeah,
now too.
play it. It's phenomenal. The show comes out in 2 weeks. I'm ready to just
Yeah, if you don't have a PlayStation system, just buckle up for the show.
yeah yeah I'm ready to be hurt
Nice.
significantly in the show. So
Pain.
yeah, and then a couple things I've started and have been playing. Started an anime. I've been wanting to watch one for a while, and one that's always recommended is My Hero Academia. Started that. I'm a few episodes in. It's really good. If that's your cup of tea and you haven't watched it, which if it is your cup of tea, you've already watched it. It's good. Check it out. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Way late to this. I've owned it for a while. I've really
Just
made an
wooing
effort.
everything from Tyler.
I really made an effort to clear out my backlog in this time where I've been down because I can't really do a whole lot.
Yeah.
And so this is one of the games that was on my list. And I'm about 12 hours in, and it's absolutely phenomenal. I take back everything I say about it not being allowed to be nominated for Game of the Year. It is not so much a remake as it is a brand new game. It is head and shoulders and everything different from the original. It's mind-blowingly good, and I'm really enjoying it. And then the other game I've been playing is FIFA 23. After the World Cup, I've been kind of getting into soccer a little bit.
Heck
and
yeah.
Watching Welcome to Wrexham, you kind of learning like the inner workings of English football, and just, dude, it's awesome.
Who are you playing as?
Wrexham.
Ah,
Yeah.
Nice.
Playing as Wrexham, you have to add them into a league because they're actually not in League 2. They're below. They're like the last level of professional football at this point. Cause
Premier or Champions?
So Premier, Champions, League 1, League 2, and then their league is called the National League.
Oh, so they suck.
They've sucked for 14 years, but they're like top of the table, like top 2 in the league the last 2 years. And since McElhenney and Reynolds took over, they've like spent a bunch of money and got a bunch of good players, and they're freaking good, dude. But like you put them in League 2, you have to like input them and replace a team, which kind of sucks. But it's really fun to play as them, and even your first game when you take over, if you create a new manager like I did, your first game, Reynolds and McElhenney actually have like recorded voice lines that play over your first game, and they kind of like they like cue them in, and like, what would you like to say to the new manager, on air? And they're like, yeah, we're really excited to have you, and don't screw it up. Like, they're both comedy actors, so they're goofballs about it. But it's cool. I really like it. It's also nice after watching Welcome to Wrexham, because you kind of know some of the players. Like, you spend a lot of time with them, and so you kind of get attached to some of them. Luckily, I started my career mode before I finished the show, so I like cut a bunch of people that I ended up liking throughout the show, and I was like, all right, I'm not getting them back. They're gone. But no, it's really cool. But sorry, that was long-winded. I've been doing a lot, but I'm back now. And
it's 3 weeks worth of stuff right
yeah,
there.
a lot. That's a lot for me. Anybody, you guys know.
I was gonna say
That's
it
a
is
lot.
a lot for you, but
I've been grinding.
Unfortunately, because of your injury, but like at the same time, at least you got to experience a lot of really cool things.
Yeah, no, it was great. I'm just trying to make the most of it.
Yep.
This has definitely not been the most fun mental side of the recovery process for me. So good things to distract me.
Indeed.
Has your child came up and just gone, wah.
No, she's actually really good about it, and actually she'll like carry things for me if we're going somewhere, or she'll bring me things if Dana like hands her something and says, hey, take that to Dad. She'll like walk it over and give it to me.
Kids can be the best.
She's pretty good about it.
Next step's mowing the lawn.
Dude, we had her practicing with her bubble lawnmower this weekend, so it was really nice yesterday.
It was surprisingly nice.
We went outside
yesterday.
and practiced lawn mowing.
I needed to take down my Christmas lights and I didn't.
Dana took
Just
down
leave them
all
up.
of our
Christmas will be
decorations.
back in 363 days.
Well,
Or 300.
if this year is anything like
days.
last year, it'll be back in like 35 days. That's how fast 2022 went. I felt like the year was over so fast.
It did. 2022 went by quick.
It felt like it went really fast, but at the same time, like I was trying to just remember movies that came out. It's like everywhere, all at once, and The Northman felt like they came out 5 years ago.
I
at this
could
point.
say I could have sworn the Batman came out at least in 2 years ago. That wasn't a 2022 movie.
Other thing I'm doing, rewatching Batman the Animated Series.
Nice.
Woo!
Love it.
Love
it.
Big woo for that one.
Yeah,
Yep.
phenomenal.
Luke, what'd you do this week? Or the last 2 weeks, I guess. Yeah, we took last week off. Any big news from you?
I've done a couple things. First thing that I did, probably the most recent thing, I watched The Banshees of Inisherin
Yeah.
on HBO Max.
I'm very
Oh,
curious
nice.
to hear your thoughts.
It's very good. It's very good. Great acting. It's dark comedy. Pretty sure it's about depression. I think I caught on to that. I liked the tongue-in-cheekiness of it. Very Irish. You reviewed it on the Movie Moron.
Yep.
So go watch that review. I'm pretty sure I'll just agree with whatever they said. I listened to, but it's really good.
It does an incredible job of blending that like dark subject matter with surprisingly funny comedy. And
Yeah.
I'm not nearly a good enough writer to understand how, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's one of those weird. It's so funny at times, but it's so sad and depressing and
It's
beautiful and well acted and
it's
heartbreaking. And
It's a comedy, but at the end of the movie, you're not really laughing.
you're not gonna be laughing. No, that's for sure. That is
Um,
for sure.
yeah, it was really good. I give it a fanboy worthy. I think people should check that out
Yep.
on HBO Max. Another thing that I did was I played a game on Game Pass. Called Chorus. Do you remember?
Yes,
this-
I have
this
it
game?
installed on my Xbox. I've never played.
If you don't know what it is, you play as like this psychic girl who flies a spaceship around and shoots bad guys. There's a lot more going on, like in the lore or something. I think I haven't beat it or anything. I've probably played it a couple hours. I think it's all right.
Yeah.
The controls feel good. The story is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little too much whispering in the voice acting. Like your subconscious like talks to you.
Oh, kind of like how in oh, what's that one? What's that one called?
What? Sorry.
The game where where you hear the whisper voices.
Silent Hill,
Nope. It's the Viking.
God of War.
You played as the girl.
Hellblade.
Nope.
Oh yeah, it is Hellblade.
Yes, Hellblade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You Hellblade. No, you dumb idiot. You're wrong. Get off my show.
Sorry, I'm distracted because Damar Hamlin collapsed on the field and the game has been suspended. And like players are crying and
Oh my
they had to
gosh.
administer
This is
AED.
the Bengals.
Bengals, yeah.
Colts, not Colts.
Bengals and Bills.
Bills. Ooh,
But they had to administer an AED and CPR. Like he's not
oh
breathing
my
on his own.
gosh.
And it was like a routine play.
Oh man.
So I'm kind of distracted.
Okay, so Tyler's gonna be distracted. He's gonna keep us updated on that kind of stuff. It's Hellblade. Luke, please continue about Chorus.
Kind of like Hellblade, I guess, but it's more. There's so much more of it. You'll like be talking to characters, and then it's we can't trust them. It's just like, oh my gosh, it's a little too much. I don't know if I'll beat it. I mainly just randomly played it because I was bored.
Yeah.
One day. But it's pretty good.
All right.
The last thing that I did was I watched the new season 3 of Jack Ryan on Amazon Prime. It's another great season. John Krasinski is really good. It felt like a lot more like what happens in the Mission Impossible movies. How, like they always start a mission and then he's got to go rogue, running away from the good guys and the bad guys.
Mhm.
This one had a lot more action than the first two seasons. They've escalated that a lot in each season. The first season is like, hey, I'm on the computer looking at finances.
Yeah.
And then this one is like full Spec Ops, Russia versus America, World War III. It's very timely.
Oh yeah.
It's interesting too because like they'll even talk about like they're sending more troops to Ukraine. It's like
Yeah.
they add that in.
This was a voiceover line that was just added in post, right?
But yeah, every season of that is fan worthy. I think it's a great show. It's a lot of fun, good acting, fun action.
Nice. Woo. All right. It's Tyler. Who want me? I did a couple things. Oh yeah, Tyler, you missed it. I figured out how to get just this shot of center. So
Nice.
now, when you move back here,
Yeah.
you'll have your own close up.
You just did it because you were there. I get it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. I mean, like I was.
You don't have to lie. It's all right.
It was a little vanity project there. Yes, I did a couple things. Over Christmas vacation, we watched Strange World. That's Disney's newest animated movie. It was only out in theaters for about a month. I think it came out.
saw it.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, it didn't do well in theaters, and then it got pushed to Disney Plus pretty quick. I enjoyed it. I don't think it's amazing. but it's it's pretty. Disney's gotten a lot better in their animation over the last 10 years. So I don't know. It probably falls as a Matthew McConaughey, maybe a straight to streaming. Not bad, but there's nothing special about it. I don't think personally. Um, then for Christmas, I got a. I say for Christmas.
You got a Millennium Falcon.
No, that's for my birthday.
Oh yeah,
which is
shows that I pay
in the
attention,
future.
right?
But I got it because I was off of work for a week. So Stephanie was like, "Here, we can build this." I did it in 2 days. No, we had some Christmas money, and I happened to walk into GameStop, and they had PS5s in stock. So I
Heck
have a
yeah.
PS5
Woo!
now.
Slowly gonna convert you to a PlayStation player,
Oh my gosh.
to a single game player, single player
Single
game
player
player.
game player. I started Death Stranding. I got a couple. It came with God of War Ragnarok, but I want to play the first one before I play Ragnarok.
Good call.
And I grabbed Death Stranding there for a used copy. Started that, and I'm enjoying it so far. It's weird and unique.
Yep.
But I'm giving it a shot. So
I just restarted playing that again, mainly because you got a PS5. I was like, I need to start playing that again. Need to beat it before the second one comes out. The game's so long.
now you're making me nervous. Well, all right.
Welcome to the world of single player.
I'll probably take a break and play The Last of Us Part 1 whenever that ends up in my house.
Listen, I'll allow it because The Last of Us is the best game ever. So,
Well, I appreciate your. Thank you for your permission.
granted.
The last thing I did was I went over to the east side because apparently Regal freaking Theaters doesn't want to show The Whale on the west side of town.
Remember when they canceled our tickets?
Luke and I had tickets. Luke and I had tickets, and
What a bunch of jerks.
the
man.
day was the day of, day before.
I don't know
It
when
was within 24 hours, basically.
I was just double checking when the time was, and then I was probably gonna get ready to go, and then my ticket wasn't there.
Oh, see, I got an email.
I think I
went to spam or
Yeah,
to junk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got an email that was like, "Hey, you've been refunded." I was like, "What the heck?" In any case, I made it out to the east side of town and I caught The Whale. It is a heavy movie, and that's not a pun or anything. I didn't even think about that when I said it, but it's it's a movie about broken people inadvertently or sometimes intentionally hurting other people, but really just trying to get through life. And it's incredibly sad, with some really good performances. Sadie Sink and Brendan Fraser, I think, are like really, really good across from each other in this movie. And I do think Brennan will probably get some Oscar talk for this. I think he's worthy of a nomination for something like this. That it's weird. It's a Darren Aronofsky film. It doesn't feel terribly Aronofsky
because he made a normal movie.
Well, apparently it's based on a play, so it's not it's not a terribly cinematic take on what would be like. It's a one location film. It's everything happens in his apartment, and it works. But I think I was missing a little bit of whatever Aronofsky typically does to make his stuff really. It was maybe there subtly in the dialogue or in some of the camera movements or stuff like that. It didn't feel bad. This is a very talented filmmaker who's making something different, and I can appreciate that.
So
No
what was the
rock
biblical?
monsters.
What was the biblical allegory? In this
There was
film?
no biblical allegory.
Weird.
There was an allegory, 100%. It has to do with a whale.
Did he?
It's Moby Dick.
Well,
No, he's a.
Did he eat a person named Jonah?
I say that's his. He likes to do that.
He's a no. And it's very much. There's some interesting themes there in how we, as storytellers, because it's a movie very much about storytelling, and writing specifically, but storytelling in general about what do we do, how do we entertain, is it uh, spectacle and not what you would typically think of in this case. It's not like amazing, oh wow, oh spectacle, but like the spectacle of gluttony maybe would be maybe a good way of like describing it. And what does that mean? What is the author trying to tell us? It's interesting. I'll be thinking about it for a long time. It's certainly, I don't think it's up there in my favorite films of the year. But it is a fantastic performance, and if you're into that kind of like, I want to watch a movie for a performance, I would recommend it. So it probably ends up to being a Matthew McConaughey for me. I think it's one of his weaker films, but at the same time, it's still incredibly
needed more rock.
It's still incredibly beautiful. Just not as strong as what I expected.
Did you hear that?
A little woo woo.
This is my straw making fart noises.
Yeah. You're not gonna do it again?
I didn't do it on purpose. I don't think I could do it again.
Okay. So that's all I did this week. Tyler, is there any update on the situation is it in Buffalo or is it
It's in Cincinnati.
Cincy?
They've suspended the game. Players are off the field. Apparently they did CPR on the field for 9 minutes. He does have a pulse, but he's not breathing on his own. Yeah, I don't know. Scary stuff, man.
That is scary.
Just makes me incredibly thankful for being able to play as long as I did and not have anything like that. I mean, you don't see it very often, but it's one of those things that as a former player you think about.
Yeah.
You try not to think about it when you're out there, but that could
Was it like even like I watched the play? Is it even related to the hit? It looked
It
pretty
could
normal.
be. It could be the hit because the guy hit him in his chest. Could have gone into cardiac arrest, maybe. But no, I mean, by all accounts, you watch that play and you just go, "Oh, seen that hit."
Like he just stands up and
Yeah, he
he's like,
pops
and
up
then he
and then he
just falls down.
collapses.
Wow.
Yeah, so scary stuff, man.
Man.
I think the NFL should postpone the game.
Yeah.
Like, if you see like pictures, like the players are in shambles.
I was gonna say
They're not emotionally going to be able to go out there and
No.
play.
It's not even an injury.
No,
No.
that's someone's life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's scary, man. You
Mhm.
don't want to see that ever. So
No,
Be,
appreciate
be
the
praying
little
for
update,
Damar
but
Hamlin.
Yeah, we'll keep.
he's 24 years old, man. He's got his
Oh.
whole life in front of him.
Yeah,
Hate to see that.
you do. Okay,
Sorry, not to bring things
No.
down. Let's try to bring things back up.
back up. Were there any trailers or? I can't even remember seeing any new trailers at the movie theater this week when I was there. This time of year is pretty slow.
I only have one thing written down. It's not a trailer.
Just for news, then.
Yep.
Well, we can just kind of merge our trailer and news section here, and we can start with whatever Luke's got over here in the news bucket.
Helen Hunt has not signed on to the Twister sequel yet.
Unbelievable. Well, okay.
I love
No
this
Helen Hunt.
this line though. This is from a Variety card.
Uh-huh.
Twisters, a sequel to the 1996 disaster epic Twister, will wreak havoc on movie theaters in summer 2024.
There was a season 2 teaser for Bad Batch that came out 2 days ago.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
I haven't watched it because I never finished season 1.
All right, over there, champ.
I guess not.
I'll
need
watch.
more-
I'm
need
excited
more
for the
soda
Bad
pop.
Batch season 2.
Okay.
I'll watch the trailer later though.
Sweet.
I didn't even know it came out.
Yeah, me either. I just saw it was posted like 2 days ago. I
All
was like,
right.
oh, interesting.
I do remember seeing now that you mention it, I remember scrolling through my subscriptions on YouTube and being like, oh yeah, there's some Bad Batch stuff. Didn't even think to look at it. Oh man, I guess other scary injury news. Jeremy Renner was apparently run over by a snowplow. There was a snowplow accident. He had to be rushed to the emergency room, and he's underwent surgery for
Yeah, it was
chest and leg stuff.
and they're doing another one today, I think.
Yeah, so
for his leg.
They've said he's in critical but stable condition.
Yeah.
Which to me makes it sound like it may not be
Life-threatening?
life-threatening, but at the same time it's pretty severe.
Critical generally is life-threatening. Stable means not actively dying
Okay.
at the moment.
Well, okay.
I could be wrong, but I'm fairly confident that's what that means.
So I guess, thoughts and prayers out with family and him and the doctors.
And whoever lawyers up for that one.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see where that goes.
Because that's the other wrinkle in all of this is being treated as a crime scene, because the safety features on the Snowcat that were advertised apparently did not work.
Weren't functioning.
So that's a lawsuit and a half.
Yeah.
Regardless of how it turns out, you just hope Renner's okay.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yep. Indeed. Okay. Back to Disney Plus. We did get a little announcement that they're gonna have a Stan Lee documentary coming to Disney Plus in 2023.
Cool.
That's I guess that's kind of cool.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I think
I'm still waiting for
considering
the biopic, but
I mean that will be the big thing.
that will be the last movie of the MCU. Blend it with a Stan Lee biopic.
Yeah, love it.
In 2070.
Well, speaking of extended universes that are kind of coming to an end, Black Adam 2 officially not going forward. We had pretty much all but confirmed that last episode, but it is like The Rock put out his little Instagram note.
Hey, he made it for the fans.
Made it for the fans.
He'll make a second one for the 10 fans.
Yeah. Kind of the.
Hey, listen, he had me in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. I was liking that movie, and that kid just started hitting people with his skateboard, and I was like, nope, this ain't it. Satan showed up or something.
Yeah, it was real weird. It got real weird real fast. Oh, good lord. But other things that have been canceled with the whole Time Warner Discovery merger, George R.R. Martin has confirmed that some of the Game of Thrones, spin-off series have been shelved. They've been axed. They're not going forward. To be fair, they were developing 6.
Yeah,
this is the first thing that I feel like has come up that they're said something isn't happening where I've been good.
We didn't need them. We probably don't need what we're getting. But House of the Dragon, I'm liking it.
Everybody I've talked to likes it.
They can keep that one.
Just wish I was in the mood for Game of Thrones, man.
Just give me Rings of Power.
I've hovered over it every week. I'm like, I should start this. I just never click it.
Never
I
do.
just don't.
Oh man, it's. I think it's good. I like it.
Oh, I'm sure I'll like it. I like fantasy stuff.
Luke, how's Willow going?
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been watching it.
He dropped off. He gave up. Okay.
It's not that I wanted to.
But it's fantasy.
No, it's dog crap.
Oh.
That show being good is a fantasy. You know what's crazy is a trailer will pop up for that show during football games, and I'm like, there's some really interesting stuff in that trailer.
The trailers always actually are pretty well cut.
And then I
the
watch
trailers
it.
Make it look interesting.
Oh, and it's just It's so bad. It makes Halo look like an Emmy nominated show. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to find any one good thing about Willow. Because if something good is happening, it's canceled out by something just abysmal going on.
Something bad.
Like, oh, I think there's some good acting going on here. We can't see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Steph and I are making our way. I didn't talk about this in our weekly.
down
Walking fast.
for you.
Through His Dark Materials, also
How's
on
that?
HBO, the final season, and
Well, hold on. Also on HBO. Willow's on Disney Plus.
no, sorry, we were talking Game of Thrones earlier.
Oh, okay.
so.
Like I expect a little something different in between.
That's
Disney
fair.
Plus
That's
and,
fair.
HBO.
And yeah, I'm kind of like, it's weird. Tyler and I were talking about this beforehand. Just how it's amazing how easily you can take characters that are good and then make me not
Uninteresting?
care about them because they're and it's a shame because I really liked that series, and we have 2 episodes left, and I'm like, I don't know if I care about any of these characters. Kind of wish they'd all die.
Is Lin-Man Miranda?
That was my question to you.
Is this character still alive?
He's still around.
Oh, he's bad though.
He's around. I'll tell you that much.
Is he a polar bear now?
No, I can say that.
He was turning into a demon.
That's not how it works at all.
Listen. I don't remember the show really. I just remember everybody had their little spirit demon thing, soul partner, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The show was fun.
And they
I think Chris Pine was there, or no, James
no.
McAvoy was there.
Yeah, he was there for like beginning and the end of season 1, and that's it.
I just remember.
But no, he's been around much more in season 2 and 3.
I just remember in the beginning of that show, they're trying to make you like James McAvoy, and I'm like, this guy's a terrible person.
Yeah, and the problem is everyone else around him becomes like him. So everyone's like that.
Even her mom?
Especially, her mom's even worse.
Because in every episode, they're like, look, she's a good person. Like in the first season.
Openly, by season 2, is like, I'm the bad guy.
Oh, nice. Nice.
But like, I love my daughter. But I'm the bad guy.
He's doing it for her.
Doing it for her.
She's doing something for her.
Yeah.
Killing everybody in the
In
world
any
for
case, I'll report back next week with how the show
If-
actually ends and my final
her.
thoughts.
If I can't have you, nobody can.
Kinda.
Oh, really? I've only ever seen that in one thing where it's worked.
Let's see. It
took
was
8
more
seasons.
the it's more the
Voltron.
What is it, Snow White? Of like, if I can't have you, I'm just gonna drug you and keep you in a coma in my house. Yeah, good mothering right there.
I didn't know that
That's-
still worked. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, that brings us to the end of our news. Unless you guys have anything else,
I think that's most Disney princesses.
You're not wrong. But this was on HBO, so No. No nudity.
That's what I always, when people like, oh, but
Oh,
it's
but it's
HBO. It's
HBO.
like, oh, so they made it weird.
No, it's slightly more. It's
Requirement.
slightly more graphic. Is my point.
Somebody said F-bomb.
Someone said the F word.
Lin-Manuel Miranda's over there just dropping.
You did not do a
swears.
good job of saying the L or M words.
I didn't say a word.
Can we talk about predictions?
Yes.
Dude, this is like always one of my favorite episodes of the year.
Agreed.
It's like top 3 every year.
Yep.
It's so fun. So fun.
Yes.
Who's introducing the game?
Hold on, we need to talk about this last year.
Well, yeah.
Let's introduce the game.
introduce the game.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler, you seem like you know what you're talking
Yeah, I'll
about.
introduce the game. So every year we make 10 predictions. We have some wiggle room on that. Sometimes we have some extras that we like to keep amongst ourselves that we don't share.
We're
But
trying to give ourselves as many possible points as
Yeah,
we can
right,
because
right.
the predictions suck.
so we have these predictions, and basically we predict 10 things that are going to happen throughout the year. So this, obviously 2023, and you can make them just one prediction for 1 point. You can have a more specific part of the prediction for a bonus point if you get both of them. And basically what we do and never enforce is we say, hey, whoever wins gets to pick something for the other people to do. We never enforce that because we just enjoy playing the game more so than we do making each other do anything.
Maybe we should enforce it a little harder.
We should enforce it a little bit harder.
If you don't complete it by the end of the year, you got to shave your eyebrows off.
No, if you don't complete it by the end of the year, you have to take the ACT.
What?
I've already done that 5 times.
I don't want to do that again.
You'd rather shave your eyebrow?
I'd rather just beat Control.
What
I guess this is good motivation.
You know
Good
what,
point.
You'd rather just beat Control? You'd rather just beat one of the best games in the past 15 years? Oh, okay.
We'll think of something.
Shave my eyebrows or play a good video game.
For every 3 months that it goes by that you don't complete it, if it's within your control, you have to put $5 in a bucket. And we use that to upgrade some part of the show.
Okay.
I'm just not.
You're just like, I'm just going to keep putting money in there.
Jokes
I put 20 in there. Ooh.
Joke's on you. I spend more than $5 every month upgrading the show.
Oh no, we're gonna have to get more comfortable chairs now.
Shucks.
I hate this job.
No, but that's that's what we do. That's how the game works.
Yep.
Last year, let's look at last year's. You had them all on one document at one point. Do you still have that?
I do.
Who lost? I did.
I did too.
I also think I lost.
What?
No,
Oh, did I? Am I the only one who got one?
we both got.
I got 2.
Here, we'll go through it. You've
Okay.
got
Okay.
3.
Boom! I didn't even know I won. Holy crap!
All right, I'll go through the ones. Do I go through all of them or just the ones I got right?
Just go through the ones we got right.
The 2 that I got right were that Will Smith would win his Oscar. Unfortunately, didn't predict he'd slap the piss out of Chris Rock.
Oh my gosh! What a prediction! That's fantastic.
And the other one I had was the Jedi Fallen Order 2 announcement. So they gave me 2 points.
Nice. I can read mine if you.
Yeah, go for it.
I had Sony wins 7 Game Awards at the Game Awards
Barely
for
got that.
first party games, and it was 7 on the dot. I did not win my sub point of specific categories. Elden Ring saw to that destruction. But yeah, that was one, and my second one I just got this last week as Avatar 2 secured my prediction of 3 films break $1 billion at the global box office. So
Freaking Avatar out here just raking it in. Everybody made fun of James Cameron when he's like, it needs to make a ton of money. And here they are giving it a ton of money.
yeah, oh yeah, it's gonna make oh for sure.
And in my opinion, is well deserved.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have yours up, Tyler, or do you want me to read them?
I do.
Okay.
So, one of mine was Henry Cavill will cameo in a DC movie as Superman. I got the movie wrong, but I got one of the points. I predicted The Flash. Obviously, it was not that.
Didn't even come out.
Didn't even come out this year.
Oh yeah, that's true. A High Republic Star Wars show will be announced, and it'll be animated. That happened.
You too.
And then
Sly Dog.
And then, I had another one too.
What the freaking
A
crap?
first look at Dark Matter by Blake Crouch will be revealed. The Apple TV show had its first set photo revealed.
Update.
There
this
we
thing.
go.
So I had 4
Look
points.
at you.
Yeah. The
This-
Blake Crouch one was like very end of December. I was like, yeah!
Snuck it in.
All it was like a picture of the logo for the company that the guy works for, but it was the first look, so I was like, yes!
Did you guys have any predictions that
That should have been announced.
should have happened, or maybe were like so off the wall that?
The one that should have happened and didn't happen was Gear 6 being announced. I feel like that's long overdue for Microsoft.
The one for me that should happen that I feel like everybody in the Destiny community is just waiting for is the animated show.
Oh yeah.
Or something in general. My absolutely insane prediction of the year, though, which I'm a little sad wasn't true, was that Moonfall and Knives Out, or that Moonfall would have a higher Rotten Tomatoes score than Knives Out 2. Glass Onion. But both would be fresh movies. Moonfall, I think, is at like 15% or something. Knives Out or Glass Onions, I think at like 92,
Something
96.
like-
We
something?
still need to watch Moonfall.
Yeah, I know.
I need to finish it. I got 20 minutes of that
We'll
movie.
watch
It was
it.
like,
We'll
no.
watch the whole thing.
I would watch it with you guys.
Okay, we need to make that happen.
We'll just need to make sure you have some of the sauce.
Saucy sauce.
I mean, I might have some sauce too, but I don't necessarily need it to watch that movie.
He does though.
Mine. Oh man, so there's one that I was really close on. I went too specific, and it was the Northmen would make between $60 to $65 million at the box office, and the sub point was that it would get a 92% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes,
That is so specific.
and I was $3.9 million off for the box office. It made 68.9, and it got an 89% critic
Wow.
score. I was 3% off. Oh,
That's crazy.
so that one was very close. And then the one that I'm like, I can't believe I made this prediction. You know, hindsight being what it is. Halo Infinite launches its first major story DLC in December of 2022. And like,
I don't think that was a bad prediction at the time.
no,
though.
at the time, but like now it's just.
It's okay. I might.
It
make
seems
up for
like
it
that's
this year.
that studio just is
They don't know what they're doing.
don't know what they're doing when it comes to this game.
Don't worry, I got you.
Okay.
I got you for this one.
Okay.
This year.
Oh boy. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait.
Dude, I love my predictions because they're all like, some of them are crazy, but for the most part this year they're pretty they're pretty good predictions. I feel like mine are gonna do well. I'm excited.
Should we
Speaking, this is what JT said. Speaking of Destiny, mine didn't happen either, Luke. It was Bungie would reveal their new IP.
Oh yeah,
I don't think they'll reveal that until after Final Shape is out, and then
that's the one after
that's,
Lightfall.
yeah, so next year,
Next February probably.
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
they'll announce that. Then it'll come out. Then they'll announce Destiny 3.
Yeah.
Or
I
what about
specifically kept
Matter or
my
whatever?
Destiny 3 prediction off of this year.
For next year.
Off of 2023.
So that will happen
Because
if you predict it.
if I predict it won't happen. But like I just think I don't want to get too like into this, but like their whole model is about keeping people playing now, and if you're going to announce that you're making a new game, like you're ending your run of Destiny 2, eventually you're gonna start seeing players slip and just wait for the next one.
Which I still think won't even
So.
happen.
What about Matter though? When are they gonna announce that thing?
Well, I think that's the new IP. That's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, I think that's more likely to be
I think next year.
You
this
still think
year,
that one's after?
Mm-hmm.
but it could be after. Yeah.
I can't wait for it. I'm excited. Hopefully it's like a straight up traditional multiplayer game.
I'm gonna laugh when it's like not even a multiplayer game.
It's good. I don't care.
Well, let's move into our 2023 predictions. Well, first off, I guess Tyler, is there anything? I guess we'll give you a couple weeks to think of a punishment for us.
Yes.
Maybe it'll be
yes.
watching Moon.
I'm okay with that.
Maybe.
But yeah, Tyler will get to decide on what we have to do since he won. And for our 2023 predictions, should we just go around the horn
Yeah.
style? So
Just go back and forth.
yeah,
Snake draft.
Yeah. Snake draft.
sounds good to me.
Who's going first?
Rock paper scissors for it.
Yeah, you guys do it. Luke's up.
I won, so that means I go first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We didn't establish.
Yeah, we didn't. That's true. Luke, what's your first prediction?
I'm trying to think. Should I lead with the soft ones or the big ones?
I did mine in order, so.
I did not do mine in any particular order, so I'll have to think about
Because I took one of yours in a previous
it.
year,
I love
which
it.
did
Oh.
win. I don't. Okay, you know what? If it gets taken, it's whatever.
Sometimes we have to make these up on the spot when we're going.
I
so.
didn't reuse any predictions.
You know what? I teased it. We were talking about Halo.
Yeah.
Here's a pretty big one.
Okay. I can't wait.
Microsoft is going to give Halo to a new studio.
Ooh.
Oh, I do have a double one for this one. I didn't think I did. 343 though will have a new IP.
Okay.
Record 2.
I think Microsoft's gonna be like, we're tired of your crap.
Yeah.
They're gonna bring in a big dog or somebody to
Oh, who they bring in though, man?
I don't know. They're getting a lot of.
activate.
Activision.
They're getting a lot of Call of Duty devs, so
Not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, I like it. That's a good one.
I would bet on them going to a new engine before I'd bet on them switching studios. But I do like the prediction. I hope it happens.
Gotta be bold.
I like the predictions too. Okay, I'm gonna start off with my.
Yeah, I'm gonna do mine out of order.
Second
so I don't get stolen.
prediction. I don't think any of mine will get stolen. Eternals 2 is canceled.
Thank God.
That's my prediction.
I wish that was a news story.
Oh
Sorry.
no, not a news story. I think Eternals 2 is gonna be canceled. The cast will continue to appear in other MCU properties as like cameos or here. You know, they'll continue to be those characters, but proper Eternals sequel won't happen. And less of
Are you typing
maybe.
them?
You know, I don't know if we'll get a clear. And maybe you guys can tell me at the end of the year if this counts or whatever. If we'll get a clear, like, hey, Eternals 2 not happening, or if we just kind of start getting into that, like, oh, director dropped out, and we're not sure about these things, or
It'll
we're
be a
just
little bit
not
of
mentioning it, or it's never on any of
Yeah.
the, the Phase 5 stuff. So,
Don't worry, JT. We'll get to that.
yeah. That's my first one.
I
You got
like
Ty.
it. My first one, I'll go super easy here. Starfield will be delayed again, and will release in Q3 of 2023.
Okay.
They will not get to that November 11/11 date, but it'll come out in Q3. Traditional Q3, not
Yeah.
Microsoft's Q3, because they're like June to June, I think.
Yeah.
So traditionally Q3, so fall. That's mine. I'm doing them out of order. I don't want you guys to steal them. I gotta get my layups out of the way.
I don't think you guys will have any of mine.
Is the part 2 of that Q3 2020?
Yeah, that's the part 2 section.
So then it'll be Tyler again, correct?
No, it's you.
Oh. How am I not going to run out of these?
Oh, no,
faster
I
than
have to
either
go
of you?
for 2.
For Snake,
I have to
he
go
has
for
to
2.
do 2.
Oh,
He has to do 2.
So my
yeah.
second one,
If you're talking with mine, you guys only have 5.
That's how we do it.
my second one,
You're not going to take any of mine, I guess. Get all mine out.
Xbox's acquisition of Activision Blizzard will officially be called off.
Ooh. That so one of my predictions from last year was that Activision Blizzard would split up and Blizzard would become its own company. Activision Asset Studios would be sold off to the highest bidder or whatever. So like I still think that could happen in 2023. I think this is a great prediction, Tyler.
I think my list of predictions from 2021 when we first did this.
Might be
all-
like,
all-
might
I mean,
be
I only got
nails.
one right. I think they all hold up still. Was there a part 2 to that one?
No, I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna get blocked.
Okay.
Note, fishing for points. I actually don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna go through.
There's a good chance it goes through. I'll get my Star Wars one out of the way. I think Bryce Dallas Howard is announced as a director for an upcoming Star Wars film. My sub point is that it is not Episode 10,
It's Rogue Squadron.
and it's set in the Old Republic era.
The Old Republic.
Yeah, Old
Okay.
Republic.
Nice.
Strategically, not a
Yeah.
sequel.
Not episode X. All right, JT mentioned Armored Core.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
My next prediction is that From Software 3-peats
Oh my gosh.
For Game of the Year.
for Game of the Year with Armored Core 7, yeah.
Woo!
Solid.
Man, I'm gonna have to play a From Software game because it's giant robots fighting.
From what I've understand though, Armored Core is not as hard as those other games.
It's different,
so-
yeah.
Yeah, but this is the new From Software.
That's
man.
true. We're in a new era.
It's gonna be their hardest one yet. You're like, you've played Zero? That one's for babies. Armored Core is up.
I love it. What's your next one, then, Luke?
Oh gosh, I gotta go twice. Okay, I'll do another big one because I think it's this one. So you know The Flash, right?
That's a movie.
It's a movie that's coming out.
Exists
Is it?
in some form somewhere.
Supposedly,
On a hard drive.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
But they're gonna have to reboot them, and James Gunn has said that video games are gonna be a part of the world.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna reboot The Flash through a video game. and that's gonna be the iteration of the
Interesting.
Flash. And like I've been playing Death Stranding, and what's his name is himself. Cameron Monaghan in Star
Oh,
Wars
yeah.
is himself. Just gonna mocap him. Like it's possible now. Let's get an actor.
Please give me a Flash game. Ah, I'd be so down for this. That'd be sick.
I like it.
That'd be sick.
I like it.
Glenn Powell, Barry Allen.
Ooh, that's an older Barry Allen.
Wally West. Actually, Cameron Monaghan is Wally
Yeah,
West.
that would
if
work
they
too.
want to go old school redhead Wally West.
All right. My third prediction is that Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 beats out Fast 10 to be the highest grossing movie of the year.
That was one of mine.
And my sub point there is that the Super Mario Brothers movie comes in third.
My sub point's different. But gosh dang it. Okay.
Mario Bros.
It was I had it as
Really, I figured it would be like backwards for you.
Dead Reckoning-
Either of you. would
Dead
have-
Reckoning Part 1 will be the highest grossing film of the year, over 1 billion.
Yeah. No.
That was my prediction.
These years, when was the last time we didn't have $1 billion movie?
I don't know.
There's always
Probably 2020.
But I think it was like
there's always at least 3, right?
Fallout,
Yeah.
Fallout had like 780 million. But after Top Gun, I was
But
like,
after,
dude,
yep,
Tom
that's,
Cruise.
I was like, we got a Tom Cruise roll. He's
Dude.
gonna keep it up.
Dune 2 is not gonna make a lot of money.
Dune 2. JT, have you seen how much Dune 1 made?
Here's a different point to that.
Like $500 million.
Classical, like sci-fi, like intellectual sci-fi, never does good at the box
Yeah.
office.
No.
I'd Asher
it'll
did bad.
be-
Interstellar did bad.
I think it'll be critically well received. I think it'll be have Oscar award noms and all
Annihilation
that.
did terrible.
But
Such a-
no, it's not gonna make $1 billion.
All right.
JT,
I'll have
you're the one who's high.
I'll have to make a new prediction in the.
Dune is honestly, it's a blockbuster in budget, but it's Oscar bait.
Yeah. Am I up?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stay in the box office world. Barbie will make more at the global box office than Black Adam. Specifically, greater than 450 million.
That you said domestically,
No, global.
globally. Okay. Is that what it's at like right now, or when you made your prediction?
What is
Black
480?
Adam's at like 340.
Oh. So it's.
Oh, that's
it's
your part
under.
2.
My
Okay.
part 2 is it'll make greater than 450 million.
Okay.
450.
Sorry, that makes sense.
That part 2 part scares me, but
It
part
does.
1 I feel good about.
Yeah, it's probably pushing it for Barbie, but
I'm a Barbie girl.
Gotta swing big, you know.
Yeah,
Gotta,
Barbie.
because if I make it any smaller, you'd be
look,
like,
it's these are. For
the
fun.
object is to like expect to get none of them. So.
Exactly. You want to hit like that 2, 3, like 4 is like wow, because yeah, they're out there predictions. I like it. You get to go again, sir.
Okay.
He's thinking.
Well, I'm working on my new
On your new
prediction,
prediction.
so doing some research. My next one. A couple years ago, I predicted that Amazon would create something to rival Stadia. This year, I predict that they will officially shut it down. Amazon Luna will officially shut down.
All right.
No part 2 in that one.
Dude, I for real for a while had a prediction in there about xCloud being kind of quietly dropped, but
I don't know. It's going pretty good.
it is. Well,
I
they've
used
just
it the other day.
They've got a big enough. I think they've got a big enough user base with how it's implemented into Game Pass Ultimate.
And with Backbone and all that stuff for
Yeah.
phones, like it's
Yeah.
it's in a good spot.
I think it is. That's why ultimately I didn't do it. Okay. A prediction I did make about Xbox though is that Xbox would launch a mobile app store. Subpoint alongside new mobile hardware.
Is that a part 2?
Yeah. that's
Say
part
that
2.
again.
Xbox launches a mobile app store. So similar to
okay.
how
Like a Steam Deck or like a phone?
No. Well, so it's a little vague. So the mobile app store would exist on current
Phones.
phones and stuff like that. So like it could probably exist on Android. I don't think it Apple would allow it. But
Probably not. Based on their history.
yeah, based on their history. But the part 2 to that, it comes out with its own hardware. Is not necessarily a phone, but it's it's maybe a controller with a screen type thing, or like it's something to go alongside that. It's not a standalone. It's not probably a Switch competitor, but it's something that's priced, $199 maybe.
Are they out of their mind?
Um,
I'm great.
that the device itself maybe has some power to it that can, work with the xCloud type of thing, game streaming.
Who's up?
Oh,
Who's
it's
up?
my turn again. Okay, let me know if I need to adjust the number on this.
Okay.
Both Craven and Madam Web will have a final Rotten Tomato score under 20%.
Combined? Or
Both
No,
of them.
both of them.
okay.
No, that's
Okay.
fine.
Oh, did you think you were gonna have to adjust it down further? No, 20%.
I
That's
think
generous.
that's fine. Yeah.
Morbius was at 14, I think.
Yeah.
I originally had it at 15, and I was like, I'll just ask him about it.
20's fine.
I'll just do the ones that might have to. This is another one I was worried about that
Okay.
could be too soft, but I think it. Whoever,
I don't know.
the person who is cast as the next Superman is in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Now I need to look at that cast. I have a Superman casting prediction too.
No, I think that's fine.
Okay.
I don't think you need to adjust that at all.
Figure James Gunn might do something sneaky.
Sneaky.
Kind of like what he did with Peacemaker.
Yeah.
And bringing over, well, I have his name.
Guy who played Myrn.
Yeah.
He was so good.
Mern.
Chukwudi Iwuji. Yeah.
Might
JT
not be.
hopes you're wrong for some reason.
On what?
On which one, JT? I'm curious. Predictions there.
Gonna catch.
For Craven, Are people gonna be mad if Craven and Madam Web are bad?
I don't know. Some people actually look forward to Sony's Spider-Verse movies. Those things are horrible.
Yeah, I think Craven and Madam Web are maybe a little more characters who are looked on more favorably by fans of the comics, though. I know Venom has a special place in people's heart, but I just don't get that vibe with Morbius.
Venom.
Morbius was.
So, the new Superman actor being in Guardians 3. Oh, I don't know.
Doesn't have to be like a starring role. It could just like be in there.
It's Chris Pratt.
I think. Ugh. I think JT's probably got like the idea like it could be General Eyebrows or something like that. But
yeah. All right.
Taser face.
My
Taserface.
my next one. I'll stick in the DC universe.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to do it now too.
A Harley Quinn film starring Margot Robbie is announced and will feature Poison Ivy. Part 2 will be a part of the DCU going forward. So officially incorporated into whatever the next...
If I had a visual representation of what that prediction looks like, it would be shooting a basketball into the ocean. I feel like that is like.
Is that too easy?
I feel like that's the easiest win in the book.
I
But I think you should keep it.
That's his softball.
That's your layup right there, dude.
A
They've
Harley Quinn
they've
film announced
They've all publicly spoken about it.
with... Okay.
Margot's lobbying, Gunn is lobbying for a Harley thing. Like,
Yeah, they're lobbying for it. Doesn't mean it's going to happen.
well, if Gunn's lobbying, it is gonna happen.
Okay, well, maybe that's my softball.
I like that one though. I hope it's true.
Okay.
I hope it's
Okay.
true too.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. That'd be freaking awesome. Oh, I'm up, huh?
You are.
I guess I gotta stay in the DC universe, huh? Joseph Kosinski will be announced for a DC film.
Not
Superman.
Not John Krasinski.
Who?
Joseph Kosinski.
Kosinski, the director
of Top Gun Maverick and Tron Legacy.
will be announced as the director of the Superman
Correct.
movie.
Is there a part 2?
Superman.
Oh, sorry.
Because I put it as a DC,
DC film, and then Superman is part 2.
If I could have an either or for part 2, it would be Superman or Green Lantern.
I think that's a good bet.
I've been lobbying for that one.
We talked about that after we watched Top Gun.
The only thing that maybe
that's my new
prevents
one that I
that-
had to make because of Brett stealing one.
I
So
think
I
the
had
only,
to make that.
the only thing that prevents that maybe is if he
Top
gets
Gun 2?
he gets greenlit for he gets brought back for Top Gun 2 immediately.
You know he's
type of
only
thing.
directed 4.
Yeah, he's got a pretty small resume.
DC would be a payday for that man.
Yeah, for sure.
He'd be like, "Hey yo, this is amazing." Oh, and then I gotta do one more, huh?
You do. That's how this works.
I keep forgetting to.
I guess I'll stay in Superman world. My Superman actor gets casted.
How many Superman predictions you have?
Well, now 2. I
You have
only
a
had
name?
1. We've just had DC
Do you have a
ones
name
in
for
row.
that one?
Yeah, David Corn Sweat.
You have a name for the people who don't know who you're talking about? David
David Corn Sweat.
Corn Sweat?
Corin Sweat. Corenswet.
Corn Sweat is
Corn
hilarious.
Sweat works
Cast
for me.
as
Superman.
their part 2.
I like my chances with that one a lot.
Is he in Guardians of the
That's what immediately what I went and looked for. So he's most recently was in Pearl.
Oh, okay.
Mother of Pearl.
Mother of
Yeah.
Pearl. All right. You guys tell me how specific I need to get on this one. It doesn't have a part 2. These are just all kind of like sub points to help define my prediction. My prediction is the streaming landscape starts to resemble like cable, and that
Oh, you can buy bundles of streaming services?
yeah. So like price increases on streaming services, bundles, content consolidations, consolidations, content distribution sold to other streamers, those kind of things. Is that a
I'm okay with it.
I think
okay?
that's good.
I didn't want it to be too general,
Is that
but
just a
apparently it
one?
was. Yeah, that's just a 1.
I just wrote it. Bundles kind of like etc.
Etc.
Not that I need to be specific with what I did write down because you have it.
I have it here too.
I just like to keep all
That's him.
Oh, good looking fella.
Corn Sweat. He's got corn in his name. He should be Superman.
He's also 29.
Wait, corn.
He's
Corin,
He's
yes.
youthful, is what you're saying.
He almost has corn in his name.
Almost. He's really good in Hollywood as well.
You can buy bundles for Peacock and Paramount. Also, does Amazon already license stuff from other streamers? Yes, they do. And you have HBO, you can like plug it into your Amazon.
Yeah.
I think what Brett's
Stars and
I'm. It'll be more of a.
it's more like here's Disney Plus, Amazon, and or Disney Plus, HBO, and
It's like
Netflix.
like Sling has like the 3 packages, and one package includes Prime, Netflix, and Hulu.
Yeah.
This package has Disney Plus, Netflix, Hulu,
Right.
ESPN. They parse them off as like grouped things. Like there's other companies that buy the rights to do it.
Right.
That kind of thing,
Yep,
right? Yeah.
yep.
I got you. I follow. All right, Luke's up.
Alright,
JT
what
over
we
here
got
trying to
here?
ruin my prediction by telling it it's already
JT,
happened.
JT, stop it! Stop that right now. You be nice.
So something has happened a couple times over the last couple years, and I'm predicting that it's gonna try and happen again.
Oh man.
And I want can you guess what it is?
Anthem is canceled.
Oh,
Again.
Don't break my heart.
Do I want to know? Do I want to be able to guess what it is?
I don't know.
Does
do
it have
you?
something to do with a cult?
Oh,
Then I have no idea.
not specifically, but it's part of it. Like,
The haircut?
Snyder. Zack
the
Snyder.
no, another buy-sell attempt of WB takes place.
Oh my gosh.
Discovery goes, we don't like this.
So I actually wrote and deleted that like 3 times today. That was one of like the final 3 I could just not keep in.
Oh, I did it.
I love
It's
it.
one of my first ones.
I love it.
The problem was I couldn't decide who would purchase them.
Right? At this point? Like
That's
Microsoft.
it'd just be some
a tech company buying it would make sense. I could see it.
Apple.
It's kind of like what
I could see a firm. Like a
frick. Who was
investment
it?
firm.
Who was it that bought all the Lord of the Rings stuff?
Yeah, it's not tech.
The
It's
Ember?
Embracer
Embracer Group. Yeah. Like one of those.
Just some random group. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like something like that happening.
Yep.
Scholastic books.
You just start selling Warner Brothers movies at the book fair. Yes, this is the best book fair ever.
They'll be like, these comic
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
these characters were originally comic books, and we're bringing them back to the page. But watch this movie that they're based on.
I love it.
The next one I have is The Last of Us wins Best Dramatic Series at the end.
Ooh. Nice. Good call. I like it.
Will be the
What wins?
Last of Us.
Oh, okay, they just postponed the game.
Okay.
He is in critical condition. Carry on.
Yeah. Avatar 4 and 5 officially like greenlit, like they start
Production
Like,
and
I
filming.
know that they like James Cameron's come out and been like, oh, we've shot stuff for 4 and 5, but like again, they're not officially greenlit. In
I
the
think
sense
they just
that-
shot stuff for like if we need this of the kids now.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So like that it's.
But remember,
greenlit.
he couldn't get that comment off without first crapping on other things.
And my
Douchebag.
part 2 is that they will both 4 and 5 will either be directed by Gareth Edwards or Peter Jackson.
You don't think he's gonna do it?
No, I don't.
Nobody else is smart enough to do that.
I don't think. I don't think.
Don't forget he said that too. God, I hate that dude. He pisses me off
He's
so
also
much.
said he doesn't want to do it.
Good. I hope he gets slapped at the Oscars next. I hate that dude so much, man.
Wow.
He irritates
He's
me
got
so much.
Fire coming out of his throat.
I can't stand James Cameron.
Would you say it to his face?
Yeah, gladly. He's old, dude. I'll have to push him. He'd break his hip. I'm worried about that guy.
Make sure your foot is healed first. He'll push you. And...
If I can walk, I can outrun him. Sorry, he pisses me off a lot.
You don't need to outrun him. You can just scoot along your little scooty scoot.
It's true. The thing's pretty fast. But if I hit a bump, I'm done for. That thing does not do well with bumps. No, I just don't like when people have to tear down others to tell you how good they are. That's stupid.
I don't disagree. This prediction has nothing to do with James Cameron.
I
don't
just
know
have
why.
to rant about him. You know how you always talk like great things about Ryan Johnson? I have to do about how much I hate James Cameron.
Fair enough. I'll give you your soapbox moment.
Thank you. Am I up to?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, cool. My prediction is not about James Cameron, so rest assured we'll be okay. Here is my from left field prediction here. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem will be the first fresh Ninja Turtle movie ever.
Wow.
There's not a single one?
Nope.
Not even the old one?
Nope.
Woo.
They don't have critic reviews.
They hate fun?
They don't have critic reviews at all.
So it's not negative.
No,
At
but
least.
it's not scored.
But they don't.
It's
they
not
don't-
positive.
They don't exist.
But it's not negative either. So
So
at least it's not like a win for the prediction yet, but that's a win like in the books.
Yes.
Like,
Mm.
Yep.
not negative.
So it'll be the first one ever, and the critic score will be greater than 75%.
Okay.
It's animated, and Seth Rogen's doing it. I have faith. I have faith.
What's the name of the movie?
TMNT Mutant Mayhem.
I love it. Oh, JT says that too bad James Cameron makes the best movies ever. Just rubbing it in, Tyler.
I disagree.
Yeah, I disagree too. Ryan Johnson makes the best.
Clearly forgetting about somebody.
Zack Snyder?
Yeah. Literally God.
Yeah.
Oh, did you have?
Oh, I guess I have to make a
You
second.
get another one, sir.
All right. You guys want to know how crazy I was when I was writing this prediction?
Heck yes.
An Xbox first-party game will win Game of the
Oh
Year.
my god! You're really banking on Starfield
Woo!
being popular.
That's my pick, Starfield.
Or Starfield.
Yeah. Yep. Starfield is the part 2 of that. Until it gets delayed into 2024. Hey, it's a better chance than Dying Light 2 had.
Yeah.
God, that game was such a disappointment.
Gosh dang it. Starfield's gonna suck now.
Oh, don't
Predicted
say
it
that.
to be Game of the Year. Wasn't
Oh.
Dying Light the sequel like the worst game of the year or something? One of the
No,
worst.
it wasn't the worst. Of
I
the
never
year.
saw anybody like say anything good about it. like he was making fun of it the whole time. Never played it though. So like,
All right.
Apparently, it's good now. I don't know.
My next prediction is also gaming related.
Boo.
Sony announces a PS5 Slim at the $399 price point to replace the PS5 Digital.
Does that count?
What?
Because I think there's been the leak of the detachable disc drive version of the PS. I guess it's different.
I wasn't even aware of that.
Yeah, I guess it's different. It would still be different. I think that would occupy a different space.
I can come up with something else. If
We'll
you
talk
need me
about
to.
it when it happens.
Okay.
They're announcing new
replaces
hardware.
what?
The digital.
Replaces the digital.
Replaces.
So is that is the replacing the digital the part 2 of that? Or is it just a oneer?
No. It's the yeah.
Or is it the price point?
Price. Well, take your pick, I guess.
Okay.
I can put the $399 up and just have to replace the PS5 Digital as part 2. That makes it a little more competitive since they're apparently actually talking about hardware. Okay.
My turn again.
Your turn.
All right, my prediction. I feel like I make a prediction about these Jedi Fallen Order games every year, so I got to keep it up. It will include the updated canon version of Starkiller from the Force Unleashed.
Ooh. I like it.
And that game was. I never played the second one.
It was okay.
That's for Survivor?
Yeah.
If you don't know this and you have a PlayStation, the first game is free starting tomorrow for PS Plus members.
Great game. Beat it yet? Anybody?
I was going to buy it like a week ago to play on my PlayStation, and then it got announced that it was going to be free, and I was like, well, I guess I'm going to wait.
Do you have PlayStation
Yeah.
Super Time? Or
I just have the essential, like the lowest tier one. The one that allows me to play online games or whatever.
Luke, you good?
All right, next one. Is this your last one?
No, I have two more. I only did one on the first go round, so I'll be the last one.
Oh,
to
that's
go.
right.
First pick and the last pick.
Love it.
He really is dying though.
Did it go down the wrong
I went
pipe?
down the wrong pipe.
Yeah.
I'll save my more exciting one for the last go round. This next one is a redo from last year. It's a Destiny game.
It's a good one to have. I hope it comes true.
I hope it comes true too. Yeah. All their talk about hiring for, other mediums and stuff like that.
You could literally do anything. You could tell the story of the Destiny games, or you could go any which direction of the lore.
Hey, you know this giant universe we have? Check this out.
Would be dope. And I think that, their partnership this year with Sony makes that
Very feasible.
way more feasible. 100%. Okay, guys, I'm excited for you to hear this one.
Lead on me, big boy.
The movie 65, the one with Adam Driver and dinosaurs.
Oh, please keep going.
Has a 30% differential between critics and audience scores on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a very good prediction.
The prediction is the part 2, 54% critics, 84% audience.
I love it.
Say it again.
When prehistoric meets present.
Just the percentages.
Yeah, the same part.
54% critics score, 84% audience score. I think people are gonna love Adam Driver fighting dinosaurs.
I already love it, and I haven't even seen it yet.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. You think he'll actually watch this one? Because it's not, like, super serious.
Maybe.
He might be like, yeah, I can watch myself.
You know what
down.
would be even crazier? 84% critic, 54%.
That would be amazing.
Dude.
And I would still get at least the first point.
You would.
Because it's
yeah.
still 34.
I would
points
give you those
differential.
points if that happened, if it flipped.
And I'm assuming, I'm just clarifying for my own sake.
Sure.
It can be like 10 and 90, and it still counts because it's 30%.
Or more. Or is it
Or
30%
more.
specifically?
Whatever you guys are willing to give me. I was aiming for more specific than.
Oh,
Like if it's a no, I didn't say greater than. I said 30%.
You make your bed, lie in it.
differential. So
if that's what you say.
if you want to give me like a +5 on either side, like that'd be.
I think we do
That'd be
need a little
gracious.
variance. 30. You had the exact amount of money that a movie made last year.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Let's give or take 5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
sure.
All right, I'm on my last 2 here,
Plus my 5.
and I don't know which one to do first.
I'm gonna steal one of them.
I don't think you will.
Dang it.
Well, I mean,
Both
Call
of
my
my,
bluff.
it's his last 2.
yeah.
You won't even know the attempt to steal. I
Uh,
hope he
and
steals one of yours because it'd be funny.
That would be.
so I will go with. I think this one's kind of crazy, but maybe not. So, Tears of the Kingdom will release with a higher Metacritic score than Breath of the Wild.
Didn't that have like 96?
This is 97.
Woo!
So the room for error is very small.
Very small. I like it. It's like my
Wow.
It's like my 30% prediction there.
Yeah. I have 3 percentage points, and that is it. I'm not going for a specific number.
It's gonna somehow end up at 101.
Oh, dude, that'd be sick.
That's crazy.
At
I
first
Does
didn't
I-
like it.
Metacritic have decimals?
No, it's a straight percentage point.
Yeah, it is.
It makes it even harder.
Yeah. Like I was like I don't know if I like that because it's definitely going to review well. It's essentially going to be
Yeah.
the same game just with a new environment. And then I was like, oh no, that score is so high. That's a crazy prediction to me. So that's it. My other one, this is my pipe dream prediction because we all have to have that one, right? You know, we always have the one thing that we hope and pray for.
Destiny.
The Division 3 will be announced.
No.
Oh,
And
Tyler.
my part 2 is
you're
set
hurting yourself.
set in the Pacific Northwest.
Yes, please.
Last year it was Gear 6, and that didn't happen. So I'm changing gears in hopes that maybe they'll bring
Changing
Gears back in.
IPs.
Maybe if this one doesn't get announced, Gears will.
What if
Man,
Tears of the Kingdom comes out and is
You
in
mentioning
the
that.
red?
That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
Would that be
I'd
the
still
first?
play it.
Tears of the Kingdom. What I'm worried about with it. Not to derail our predictions here. Just with the latest batch of games that have I feel like come out, it's all been hardware performance issues, and I'm afraid that's what's keeping this game from releasing right now. Is that it's not running well.
Could be.
You know what I'm worried about Tears of the Kingdom? That it's gonna be like Breath of the Wild and have literally zero story. It drives me insane about that game. Great game, fun game, zero story. It's why it's the most overrated game of all time.
I think you can get away with that once.
Yeah, I don't think you can get.
I don't think they'll be able to get away with it twice.
Uh-uh.
So and I think they know that.
I think the very obvious.
Very
inclusion-
obvious. Hey, it
the-
wasn't.
The inclusion of Zelda in the marketing is probably indicative of that.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we can't do that again. They probably made it and they were like, oh man, people really didn't like that we didn't have a story. We should make one. They're like, let's start over.
Yeah.
Put this in the game now. So that wraps up my year of predictions. Only
Alright.
one got stolen, so that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty good clip.
That is.
This would be
I-
wild if you steal my last.
I've
one.
got one.
That'd be awesome.
Sorry, I've got a little cough if I laugh too deep. It really tickles down there. My final prediction is a major theater chain makes a distribution deal with a streaming service.
Ooh.
An official distribution deal type thing.
Is that Netflix? With
I
Regal?
have Regal and Netflix. as my part
Yeah, boy. That'd be dope. Then I can just cancel Netflix and just go see
go
the
there.
things I want to see in theaters.
two. I mean, it's definitely not going to
Because
be.
I watch Netflix for their series.
It
more
won't
than
be their
Netflix.
series. It'll be their. Yeah. It would just be.
But Zack Snyder's movies come out this year. on Netflix.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, let's.
Gotta
We
see
saw
those babies.
there were this year there were more Netflix originals in theaters than like I even expected. So I think this year was a testing the waters year, and next year is a committing. We're jumping it.
I have another suggestion for Netflix that I think would also help. Releasing physical media.
And keeping their movie in theaters for more than 1 week.
More than 1 weekend.
So that wraps up mine. Luke, what's your last one?
My last one is The Matrix is rebooted as a series.
Ooh.
Full reboot.
Interesting. I'm glad it's your prediction. I think we're still too close. I think we're still too close to the last Matrix to have that be a...
I feel like the last Matrix was like the often, but it's
Oh no, for sure.
it's an IP that
Is it an animated?
no.
A live action
Live
series?
action,
Okay.
It's an IP that a studio I feel like wouldn't want to let go, and it's ripe for new stories. So
yeah, you're
So
not wrong.
When have we ever had a Matrix?
Good one.
Maybe this won't happen, and I'll finally get my Harry Potter Origin Hogwarts Houses series.
Kind of shocked there was no Hogwarts Legacy predictions.
I feel like that game's on like in a good place right now.
Dude, it's buzzing in the media. People are liking what they're seeing.
It's hard to make crazy predictions about something that's
Hogwarts Legacy gets canceled. It's like, oh well, they only got a month left, so.
Did you have any backups that you didn't use?
No.
I didn't either. Luke, did you have any that you want to talk about?
A lot of my backups were just ones from old years.
Yeah.
Like that's where Destiny animated one came from.
Yeah.
Because I had a super softball one that I didn't realize had kind of already been announced, which is that Arcane Season 2 comes out this year.
Yeah.
Another one that I had, which I don't know, I thought was a little too soft, was Netflix releases a Narnia slate.
Ooh.
They have the rights. Got it a long time ago.
Yeah, it's been a while. A couple of years at least, right?
Yeah. And then this is honestly the best prediction I have. But I feel like if you have one prediction, there at least has to be a semblance of a chance of it happening.
Sure.
And that is that Brett will beat Control.
Oh my! And so you didn't use it.
I didn't use it because he won't
there's
beat
no
it.
chance. But I have to pay $5 every 3 months if I don't.
That's right. It's a win-win for Luke.
You want to know what, looking back on old predictions, you want to know which one makes me almost the saddest? The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker will get remade for Switch and announced with Breath of the Wild 2 trailer. Like, man, that one was close. But look, it's always interesting to look back at your old ones. Like,
Yeah.
I have one here in 2020. A TMNT reboot will be announced and casted. That happened in 2021. The Snyder Cut will be released to HBO Max 2020. That one happened in 2021.
Uncharted sequel announced. I still think that's going to happen. The world keeps telling me no.
Oh my god.
Here was one of my bonus ones from last year. Namor the Submariner will be casted.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it'd be Brian T. Happened. Obviously. He was casted. Boo.
You got it right. Half of it.
One of my 2020 predictions was that Halo Infinite would get a Battle Royale mode.
That's going to happen.
It will 4 years later.
Hey, man. Predictions are weird like that.
Crazy.
Oh, 2021 prediction. Look at this one. Suicide Squad will have a spin-off announced.
Ah.
I said Deadshot.
Ah, you're dumb. Hopefully
Good
at least
predictions.
one of these
I think
comes
these,
true.
I think they're all good. So a couple softballs are always good to keep things interesting.
Oh. Sorry.
And we have some big swings as well. So
I forgot about the one I made with Nolan signing the first look. You had one too.
I did.
Ours was different by studio.
yep.
You had Universal, I had Sony.
Yep.
Dang it.
Got that one.
That's a fun one.
Did I win that year?
Yeah. What did you make us do? They put money in the jar, I guess.
I guess so. We've not put any.
I don't even know what we've been assigned.
2021. You guys you won that year. That was just last year. That's when you made me play Control. Someone have more than 4? Did I win? And that's why I didn't have to play Control.
I don't even have 2020 predictions written down. I don't think. Oh, maybe it's on this one.
In any case, thank you all for hanging out with us as we predict what's going to happen here in 2023. Jeez.
As we look into our crystal balls.
Our crystal balls that will inevitably be cloudy and wrong.
Here's the best prediction I ever made. Metroid Prime 4 game footage.
That's never gonna happen.
Never gonna happen. Oh boy.
Watch
Sadness.
tomorrow. They have like a Nintendo Direct and it's Metroid Prime.
Oh.
That was from 2020 for me. I found my 2021.
Yeah.
2021, I predicted a Switch Pro.
I think I did a.
What an idiot.
I think I did a Switch Pro
2021,
one year.
Halo Infinite will win Game of the Year.
Oh.
That's 2 in a row. You said Halo Infinite will Game of the Year, and it was dog water. Well, in my opinion, it was dog water. Dying Light. Dog water. Freaking Starfield's gonna suck. Oh.
Maybe I have faith in Bethesda to break the curse.
Anyone can do it.
The creators of Fallout 76.
Hey, that's gonna be free on PlayStation tomorrow too.
I apologize for all my coughing.
Isn't
These
it
guys
free
are
on
making me
Xbox
laugh
already?
too
It's on
hard.
Game Pass.
So,
It's
Alright.
just the other game that they're getting out. Sorry.
no, you're good. Thanks for hanging out with us this week. It's good to be back here in 2023. Man, yeah, just excited to hang out with y'all again. So, gonna be a big year. Lots of things to review this year. And until then, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you.
Bye.